Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Three Dudes Podcast, episode 89, I believe. I'm one of your hosts, Broden Wunderlich. In the middle is Liam Owens.
Hey.
And off to his side is Easton Bennett. How we doing?
Howdy ho, gentlemen. Howdy ho. God, these different earbuds are a little bit different.
Feel weird?
Yeah.
Sound weird?
It's, you guys are coming in almost like I'm hearing a third party.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You're going to be the third to that party, that's for sure.
Yeah, you never want to be the last to a butt fucking convention.
Yeah. No. I guess one thing probably touch
Actually,
on.
you probably do.
This episode is way in advance. Oh, I got to fix my headphones here again.
Yeah, we're shooting a little presumptuous tonight. It's Tuesday night right now. Easton's going to be
In Vegas.
in Vegas.
When you guys are listening to this, I'll probably be at Absinthe, would be my guess.
Or a craps table.
Tuesday. Yeah. Well, I guess it depends what time they listen
That's
to.
coin
For
flip.
sure. Maybe a craps table at Absinthe.
But
That'd be cool if they had that.
our bracket has been live for a week now.
It has been. Yep. We've got some good feedback, some good votes from the people. And we'd love to see that, guys.
So,
Love
yeah,
to see it.
by the time I guess you're listening to this, round 2 will be going on.
If it's not up, I'd be perplexed.
Yeah. It should be up
Yeah.
yesterday at the time of listening to this, right?
We've got people voting already. Yeah, it will be. We've got people voting already on the second round. They give their first round votes and then just automatically assume who they voted for in the first round is in the second round. So then they give their second round votes. I'm like, well, that's not how that works. We kind of have to tally everybody's up. You can't just say, well, 6 seed won there and then 6 seed loses the next round. Well,
Not sure if you've ever
Not
done this
happening.
before.
I don't know if you know how brackets work. Yeah.
Right.
So you're like, I think they move on, and then I'll say this one. Yeah. But yeah, bracket got a lot of good feedback on that. Also, good feedback from people on the episode. We did get feedback from Taryn, avid listener. Taryn, thank you for always listening. He says that we should do, as far as the format goes, we should riff for 30, 40 minutes, and then have a topic at the end where we talk 20, 30 minutes on.
And a hard stay on that topic.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Because we've already
Try
we've
to.
riffed enough, yeah.
as much as we can.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you can riff enough.
That's usually what happens is we talk for 20 minutes about a certain topic, and then the rest of the episode is just fluff from there.
Yeah. And we didn't give you enough time. Like today, the day we're filming it, last week's episode has come out today. So we haven't had enough time to get feedback from you guys on the new format. So if you're hearing this, hopefully we've gotten some feedback. But if we haven't, then send some in.
I did get a last minute fill for the bracket. It doesn't matter now, but Spencer sent me a Snapchat and he said, didn't get to you in time, but people who don't put their carts back in the corrals.
That's a good one.
Oh, like the golf carts.
No, shopping carts.
carts
Oh,
Yeah.
outside.
yeah. Have you seen the cart narcs?
Yeah.
It's one guy who walks around the parking lot and like throws bumper stickers.
Like
on
magnets, right?
Yeah, magnets on people's vehicles if they don't put their cart back in the cart barn. What'd you call it? Cart corral?
Cart corral. That's much more passive aggressive than what Spencer told me. He almost caught a charge for this because what this woman did was took the cart and aimed in the general direction of the corral and threw it from like 30 yards away. And it almost rolled up and hit his wife's Jeep. And so he got out, grabbed the cart, and laid it down behind her car and then walked back to the Jeep.
That's
He
awesome.
was fuming.
I don't understand. I strategically, when I park, I look for a space that's close to that.
To the cart corral?
Yeah. So I know that, like, if I'm going, you struggling with the headphones over there?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Are you good?
I think I got it fixed.
Okay. I know that if I'm going to like Walmart or something, big grocery haul, and I know I'm pushing my cart to my truck, that I'm parking next to close enough. I'm not going to be 20 spaces away from
Yeah.
cart corral.
Do you think that
'Cause
puts
then
you
you
in,
put it in, turn, boom.
does that put you in danger from errant carts?
That's why I park far away from those. There could be an open spot right next to that thing, and it could be right in front of the door.
You know,
I
I didn't
won't.
think that.
I will not.
Something to consider now that you have a nice truck.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah. You already smoked a deer, dude. You might as well at least try not to get hit by carts.
Yeah.
Maybe a
I
couple
didn't think
spaces
about that.
away.
I could maybe. Yeah. I think I'll just walk the extra little bit next time.
I've been known to sometimes even take the cart all the way back to the store.
But if you're ghost riding your cart into a cart corral, like, what are you doing?
If you're 5 feet away, cool.
Yeah.
If you're 20 yards away, that's You are not.
If you have a Menards cart and you're at Ruby Tuesdays, and you're like, let's get this down the hill.
Yeah.
It's probably,
Liam actually, when Liam and I worked at Menards, I have a video or picture of him still. When we worked out back there, when it was like slow out back and busy in the store, they'd have us push carts. There's a video on my phone of him, instead of pushing the cart into the store, there's one cart and he just puts it on his shoulder and carries it the whole way in and sets it down in the cart corral in the store.
That's awesome.
I was exactly, I think it did have a bum wheel and I got sick of pushing it, but
wheelie it.
When
this is a bad back wheel.
When I go to Menards and I see their cart people, I go, yeah, you kind of look like a cart guy. People 100% looked at me and said, "That's it.
That's a cart guy."
That's exactly. We would try.
That was your job. You were a cart guy.
No, I was in the back, but when we got slow, we had to go help up front.
Right, like when the yard would get slow in the wintertime, and like Black Friday, for example, if it's nobody's buying lumber on Black Friday, they're all in the store shopping. So then, like, we would go help by pushing carts.
Wasn't fun.
No, I can't imagine.
So we would try and do the dumbest things you could imagine. I mean, we did that on a regular basis, but
we'd get dumb. Then in the back, we were perfect.
Yeah, we waited till we got out front where everyone could see us to start doing it.
It's funny you say that. They're definitely a look to the cart people. Usually a droopy face.
A little slow moving.
Weird steps, yeah.
Oddly doesn't like their job.
Yeah.
Not sure how you're not passionate about pushing these carts, but I can tell you don't.
But it's funny because sometimes you get people that are really nice. So you push them like, hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Well, they have one guy that's still there pushing carts that started when I still worked there. So almost 4 years. That's still pushing carts.
That's a passion, dude.
They can't get paid well.
Some people's got their, no.
That's got to be like the dishwasher of the retail industry.
Yeah.
Right.
Even I'd be more passionate about dishwashing.
When I get this cleanest plate ever.
When I get done like having a dinner, if it's a small dinner, I just wash them all by hand real quick.
Yeah.
I'm in there scrubbing.
Really? You're a hand washer?
Yeah. Just what I grew up doing it. So
I have a follow-up question for that, but I want to go back to the cart so we don't lose that. What is your determining factor when you go to the store, whether you take nothing, a basket, a shrunken cart with a top and a bottom shelf, or a big cart?
If I've already got in mind that I'm going to grab a lot of stuff, then it's big cart. But
what's a lot of stuff?
Like if I'm buying groceries for like the week, like I know I'm fresh out of everything. If I'm buying groceries for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm going to buy bread, all these other stuff, like whatever.
Yeah.
Big cart.
Big cart.
Or just a short one because I'm usually only shopping for one person anyway. Typically it's basket though. Actually, typically I go in there and I grab enough things that I have to do this for 5 minutes and then I go, shit. And then I have to find the nearest basket.
I've been victim of that so many times.
I do that so much.
And you know what's embarrassing? Doesn't happen at grocery stores, but more so in like a Target. You get a bunch of stuff, you realize it, and you have to airdrop your shit into a basket in like the middle of an aisle somewhere. Yeah. You have those like end basket
But
racks.
shout out to them for doing that though.
Right.
Those are my saving grace.
They put like halfway through the store there's a basket holder and they're like, for you absolute morons that don't plan ahead.
Yeah. I did find the cheat code on that though. I saw it on a some video a long time ago or something where when you're like holding like a baby carrier, if you swing your arm through the carrier and then hold it from the one side down low, then it creates like an opposite tension in your hand and then up here on your arm if you're like carrying a basket. Yep. So now I do that in the grocery store all the time.
Yeah.
Are you following what he's thinking of?
I know exactly. The handles come up here, so instead of holding it by the handle, I swing my arm through and I grab the back side of the basket. And so the weight rests on the top of my arm and it doesn't go anywhere because I'm holding the basket from this side.
If this is the hook, you just slide your arm like inside of it.
I like that. Outside. Do that a few more times.
The only reason I know that is because that is the proper way to carry. What did you call it? A baby seat?
Baby carrier?
Baby carrier. Weird you say that. About an hour ago, I was trying to think of what it was. I just kept calling it a carrier.
For babies.
Yeah.
You were over halfway there.
I got the hard part down. But I kept thinking
you just
like
edged yourself on baby carrier.
Yeah. I'm like, this is an airplane carrier. No, that's not it. What does he carry? But yeah, that's the proper way to hold it. So then you can just kind of release the baby in front of the fire station if you want.
Grab it.
Yeah, but then your forearm gets tired. Your hands get tired. You've been holding it this long, like this, for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, you could put 32 cinder blocks each side. As long as my hand stays like this, I'm not dropping it.
This is the dead man's carry god of the world.
And I'm just, I will be. Do you want to test it?
Are you claiming exorbitant amounts of grip strength?
Yep.
Don't you have a grip strength tester at home?
Yep. Sure
Bring
do.
that on the show next week.
Next
break
week, we want to.
Well, let's do.
We
We'll do
wanna
a
do
grip
it?
test.
I will not.
I will.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Dude,
Dude.
I'd be embarrassed.
No.
No, it's fine.
Your typing fingers have got to be some
You
type
carry
of
cameras and you carry luggage around all the time, full of stuff.
Luggage.
It
Luggage
basically
cameras.
is.
Yeah.
How many times have you self unloaded and loaded that van in one day by yourself?
In one day,
Yeah. Like what's the most you've ever done?
4.
See,
Look at that.
you have to be
I
up
don't
there.
think it's a grip strength.
Dude, just because we work in the trades doesn't mean we're automatically
Dude,
stronger.
I
than
can't
you.
even imagine you guys holding that hammer. I don't think anyone could take that hammer out of your hand
You can't.
if your life depended on it.
You probably couldn't.
You can take the hammer out of the hand, but you can't take the hand out of the hammer. Right there.
That's fair. I always used to watch American Ninja Warrior, and those freaks used to have crazy grip strength.
Yeah.
Like from their fingers, just holding like a knob. I'm like, you'd be great at like scaling a building if you got caught doing something.
Right.
Have
like
you ever
he
seen-
should have been Spider-Man.
You ever seen people train their forearms?
No.
I get caught on like the fitness side of TikTok once in a while, and people will like train their forearms of. Why are you looking at me like that?
Get caught.
I get caught sometimes.
Come on. What do you mean get caught?
Who catches you?
He was like,
Yeah, it catches
how
me.
can I
and
make my forearms big?
Manhole
I
covers.
do. Well, I
just
do know
curls with
how.
them.
Yeah. Well, that's what people do. Is they'll take like 5-gallon pails of rice, and they'll just
Grab the rice.
and just sift
yeah.
through the rice, and
That's
it's
it. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, they do that for some baseball training for like
Yeah.
pitchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
you do
Back
that or
in the
like
day.
the curl bars.
You haven't ever heard needle in a rice stack?
That sounds
Once or
horrible.
twice, actually.
Go get that needle. You'll know when you find it.
Go look for that needle in a rice stack.
Oh, that reminds me of it. Reminds me of another video. This older brother was playing with his younger brother, and he's got slime. There was no good way for me to word that. I'm sorry.
Older brothers.
Just the hesitation was gold.
This guy was playing with his younger brother, and it was with one of those slime balls that you get from like the arcade.
Yeah.
And he puts a thumbtack in there.
Oh, no.
Ben, you want to play with slime? He goes, yeah. He grabs it out of his and it's one of those perfectly cut screams. He goes,
Those videos are awesome.
so funny, dude.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Those are the best when you go to the arcade and you get to win something.
Oh, that was the dream. Back when Atlantis Castle was around, I would hammer.
Planet Pizza.
My brother would take me there, and we would just hammer arcade games.
Yeah.
Dude,
I want that live mammal. They're like, you need 12 million tickets. I'm like, fuck.
right.
Back
Or
to,
they got
back to skee ball.
They got crazy stuff in there now. Like you can buy like a
person.
like you can almost get a lease for a car in there. Like it's insane. And they're like 48,000 tickets, and you got to spend
Like, we'll give you this-
$9,000.
What do they call it? We'll give you this deed to own, or what is it?
Yeah, the
Rent
deed.
to own or something.
Deed to land, stuff like that.
Yeah. You can imagine you buy that. Earl Johnson's deed to his farmland. And you're like, fuck.
With
Show up at his doorstep.
96,000
Yeah.
Planet Pizza tickets.
I own this now.
Says it right
Yeah,
here.
dude.
Wanted to plant a pizza.
But
That would be an awesome arcade where you could buy
like real stuff.
just crazy stuff.
Like no, but like actual useful stuff, not just toys and candy.
Yeah.
But like they got like I don't know, they got a new knife set up there.
Not that
for
it needs
you.
to be
You know
useful,
what I mean?
Butcher
yeah.
block.
Yeah, like
I'd just say weird stuff, you know?
a charcuterie board,
Just like 30 tire rotations.
free oil change.
How about an adult arcade? How about that for a business idea?
It's called Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, but
No, but
their
like,
prizes
the
are
prizes-
just more beer.
Adult prize area.
Yeah. 6 months of car insurance from State Farm.
Yeah. Just a case of beer.
that's
That would be
that's
perfect.
pretty insane.
It's like, it's
That's legit.
150 tickets. Yeah. That would be good. That would be really good.
Yeah.
We have to spin off Planet Pizza. Be like Cosmic Calzone or something like that.
Cosmic calzones. What do you got to sell?
Just calzones.
Yeah, calzones.
But you could win this whole new set of wrenches.
Yeah. Just this new DeWalt drill.
That's basically
Do
what
it.
Harbor Freight is, though, when you think about it, with how cheap everything is.
Yeah.
You walk in there and
Harbor Freight's pretty cheap.
super
that's
cheap.
like what it's for. Is it's like the cheap
people.
quality tools.
They don't sell like DeWalt or Milwaukee stuff because that's like too name brand, but they'll sell like lesser.
Yeah.
That's why people typically don't get power tools and stuff from there, but they do have finds. They do have some good finds there.
Yeah, like hand tools and
I
other.
have a drill. I don't even know what the brand of it is.
Black & Decker.
No.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's like a Power Stroke, I want to say.
Like from the engine.
Maybe. I don't think it's as powerful
Is
as
this the
that.
one that I killed the Jack Daniels sign with?
Yes, it is that one. Rest in peace.
That
I never
one's-
got that sign on the show.
Come
Yeah.
back to the dishes.
What we were talking
You were
about?
going to ask me a question about why I hand wash dishes or something like that.
Yeah, how many dishes do you need? It's the same as the grocery store, the cart one. You know, how many groceries do you need to choose the big cart? How many dishes do you need to do to use your dishwasher?
I got that down to a process where
Follow up before you start it. Is there certain dishes that are only hand washed then too?
yeah,
Like every time you use them, like it's
Well,
for sure a hand wash,
And
no
it
matter
pisses
what.
me off every time. I want to take my coffee cup I can't put in the dishwasher and just sucker punch it into the fridge every time.
yeah. Well, the Shields cups that you get now, that they got away with, like when you spend $500 there, that you get like a free thing off the shelf. They quit doing that.
Why?
I was told it's because they were losing too much money. I said that's
one
not
shirt
possible.
at Shields
I was going to
is
say,
$500.
you know how easy
Yeah.
it is to spend $500 at
Well,
Shields?
that's what looked at the person that told me that. I said, that can't be true because I know you mark up everything 200%.
I'm curious on those items on the shelf. What are they taking? I've never done that. I thought it was like a shirt. And
It's a
hat.
shirt that costs probably $10 to
It's a
make.
cheap shirt, a cheap hat, a cheap cup.
Yeah.
Like
Who told you that?
it's all
Someone-
Shields brand. We know
I can't-
everyone
I
that
can't
works at
say.
Shields.
No,
do.
I know, but like
An
that's
insider.
got to be wrong.
No,
are
that's-
they high? Is it like in a store leader?
It might have been. I'm not sure.
What color shirt did it wear?
It was maybe
Is it white?
well, they don't do white shirts anymore either.
Oh,
What?
They can do black shirts now
Dan flashes.
because they showed up. They went to a meeting.
So they have
one
the
time.
choice.
They do have the choice, yeah. But from what I heard, the story was they went to
I thought the cashiers wore black shirts.
not anymore. They changed the whole process, and I'd love to tell you about it if you just shut the hell up.
Fair enough.
So the story went, all these ASL team leaders went to a meeting with like some big bike company or something like that.
Harley Davidson.
It wasn't. It was Schwinn. And
Gary Fisher.
it could have been Gary Fisher.
Schwan.
And they went in there like dressed to the
Harlow.
nines, all white shirts and everything like that. And all of the other people were dressed in like regular old like slacks and a quarter zip. And they're like, yeah, you guys are really dressed up for this. And so after that, they took a step back and they're like, okay, maybe we could do away with the white button ups.
Yeah.
And they
like,
just-
okay, we're not Congress.
Set yourself apart.
Could you
Dress.
hit my headphone a little bit or something?
What do you want?
Just do something. See, now that you moved, it's perfect. It was weird, but I'm
Yeah.
losing it in my left ear.
Yeah.
I think it's my headphone is messing with everyone.
It's impossible. You could mess with your thing over here to the left and maybe tweak it a little bit.
That was.
Okay.
We're
sorry.
good now, though. But I do have a process for
We'll
the
fix it after
dishes.
this.
So mostly
Leave it to
utensils,
one.
like the utensils that are just one of one, like my pizza cutter, hand wash immediately. Because if I need to use something again and it's dirty in the dishwasher, I'm fuming. Now I got to take it out, wash it, and use it again, and then wash it again.
See, I think where I differ is, and maybe it's because I do work from home, is that I run the dishwasher once a day, every day.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Because I
lot.
do dishes, I put it in there, and at night, I'll start at 8 o'clock. It's done. I'll open it up overnight so it dries, and in the morning it gets unloaded.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm here, so I have dinner here, lunch here, breakfast here. So there's always dishes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even if it's not full, you run it.
I usually let it get pretty full,
Oh,
and it
you
usually
fill
does.
it up every day.
Is that absurd?
That's a lot
That's
of
just
dishes.
yeah for
Well,
one
I mean,
person.
we're never home.
Yeah.
Like at most, like if I make dinner or something, it depends on the
Do
dinner
you
I'm
use
making.
pots and pans, or are you doing this over a fire in the backyard? I won't put that past you guys.
I would love to do that sometime.
You can see you out there with we put a stick and it's got two triangles and then it holds another stick over top and we shove that stick up a chicken's ass and it's rotating.
Dude, I do shove beer
Rotisserie
cans
chicken,
up
they call
chicken's
that.
ass. I do shove beer cans up, and it makes a good chicken.
Well,
Beer-
have you seen a Swedish log is what they call it
Dropped a couple.
Yeah, I just heard you upstairs in the living room.
Yeah, holy crap. That was insane still.
But you take it's like an auger bit, and you just drill a big hole down the middle, and then you drill another hole in the side, and then you start a fire, and they connect.
Of what?
Then the fire
Of a tree stuff?
yeah, but like a log.
Oh, okay. Oh, a log.
So it's a
yeah,
Swedish log. It's a Swedish fire, and so it's just one hole in the side for where the fire starts, and then one coming up, and then you just lay a skillet on top.
Like JFK. His head.
They have like a few different names for that. One I saw one was like a Dakota something.
Dakota Fred.
Dakota Dan.
What have you seen? Or a rocket stove. Have you seen what a rocket stove is? It's like the same thing, except you build it out of like metal tubing
Jet
and stuff.
engines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I couldn't cook anything over a fire except like a hot dog and a marshmallow.
You'd be surprised what you can do.
Actually, have you ever used at the fire where you have the square clamps where you can make sandwiches?
yeah.
Those
You
are
have one in the back seat of
unbelievable.
your truck.
Yeah.
Weird place to keep that.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
just
not.
Been
stays
there
there.
for 3 years, I think.
Probably.
Just itching to find an open
Yeah.
fire somewhere. Finally.
To find an
Finally.
open fire.
I've
I
had
need
this
to find a
red meat
hobo
cheese.
garbage fire, dude, is what I've been waiting for.
He tapped into what are the things you put on your dash? He tapped into the fire station's calls. He's like, I gotta follow wherever they're going. Gotta get to that open fire.
Don't put that out yet. Let it burn a little
Wait,
bit.
you're
Hold
running
up.
up with your sandwich thing. Wait.
I wonder if you could actually do that. How close you need to be to a burning house to cook your marshmallow.
You'd probably singe the hair off your arms before you did that.
Well,
A lot
then,
of fire.
But I
Then
feel like I just stop there. Then.
wherever I singe my hairs is where I back up and hold the
Mark-
sandwich to.
The
Singe
world's
bread
longest
hairs.
cooking sandwich.
Yeah.
It'd be a
Just
damn
get a
good
really long
sandwich. though.
stick.
Yeah.
You got a 38-foot stick you stick in the upstairs window of the house. It's in the fire.
Some lady comes trying to climb out, and you just get off my food.
Burn her with it.
Get away!
Branding.
It's my sandwich.
I like that. What do you got on that list, Broden?
You want some more?
Yeah, just talk while I go reset these cameras. Nathan's not here with us today, guys. Unfortunate, but that's okay.
A sword-wielding man attacks passerby in London, killing a 13-year-old boy and injuring many others.
I just saw that today.
That it's literally today's news.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I thought I had to bring that one up just because last week he was talking about what do I need for the Deadpool.
Yeah.
What do we call it? The Deadpool carry, concealed carry, where you have the double swords. This guy
sick.
obviously heard our episode and took you to heart and said,
I'll show you.
"Yeah, this is what you have to do." And he went about it the wrong way. He killed a person.
I have a Naginta.
What?
Can you explain what that is?
It is a sword.
Like full size?
No
Full
shit.
size. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Where is it?
It's upstairs.
Is that the one that I took the profile picture with for us?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
you
a
held the thing.
katana.
Well, I didn't ask you, what is
Shit.
this?
Same shit. different
When I
pile.
held that was sword.
To me, it's a sword, but Naginta sounds cool.
It does
You
sound
know?
really cool. I didn't say, so this is one of those Nagintas, isn't it? I don't have a vast array of sword knowledge.
Me neither. Let me Google the difference between Naginta samurai sword and what was the other one?
Katana.
Katana.
A katana is a samurai sword.
So samurai is just like the tissue.
Yep.
What?
You know how tissue is really like everyone says, grab me a Kleenex.
Kleenex is the brand. Tissue is what
the
it's called.
thing. So a samurai sword is the thing. Katana is the brand.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's Japanese.
I get the correlation now. But that's so in London, of course, is where you said that was.
Mm-hmm.
Like the entire United Kingdom, that whole region, everything, they have no guns.
So there's a lot of stabbings.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot of stabbings. Tons of stabbings. The
Like
most
the
stabbings
most
you've
in
ever
the
seen.
world per capita.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show, if you don't want people to kill people with guns, the people who want to kill people,
They're going to kill people.
they're going to end up finding a way to kill you.
Yeah.
So the Naginta looks a little girthier, and it's got like a wooden handle. Naginta, although less glorified in popular media, holds its own aura of mystique and respect. It has been a significant part of Japanese martial arts and has found particular favor among Ona Bugisha, the female warriors of feudal Japan. The katana, let's see here. Where's the katana? It has nothing on the katana. Oh, there it is. Katana is frequently referred to as the soul of the samurai. Serves as much more than a mere weapon. In feudal Japan, it stood as an emblem of honor, precision, and artistic mastery. Blade's keen sharpness is immortalized in numerous stories celebrating bravery and heroism.
Tom Cruise.
So I think it's a length thing, it's a blade thing, and a usage thing. Primarily designed for cutting, its tip is also capable of effective thrusting.
He's got a chick sword, dude. Loser.
No, I think mine's a katana.
I think actually, now that I read the description.
So the naginta is primarily used for slashing and stabbing, often from a considerable distance. Yeah. So the samurai sword is, like a dagger.
Compared to the Naginta.
Yeah.
Did you catch that Tom Cruise reference?
I did.
Thank you.
What'd you say?
You've seen
43
it?
Ronin? Or
The Last Samurai.
what am I thinking?
Not sure.
The Last Samurai, yeah.
Last Samurai.
Yeah.
That was a classic movie. I watched that a long time ago. That was like one of the first movies I ever watched.
I don't believe that.
Serious.
First movie you ever watched?
I don't think you remember any of the first 200 movies you
Were
watched.
you born at age 17?
Yeah, I was going to say that movie came out like less than 10 years ago,
How about
right?
let's try this?
No.
Let's try Lion King. Let's try
Okay.
Barney.
All right, fair. But this is one of the first movies.
When did The
That
Last
You
Samurai
say
come
you've
out?
seen. The Last Samurai.
2003.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
So
I
you
must
tell
be
me you
thinking
didn't
of
watch a
something
movie
different.
for the first 6 years of your life?
I was 6.
Yeah, I watched my first movie at age 6. What was it? The
I
Last
said
Samurai.
one of the first movies.
Okay.
So then
One
in
of.
order, I went Lion King,
Grand
Nemo.
Budapest Hotel.
The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
I went right to a white man being a ninja.
4. So The Last Samurai was 4.
A
fair.
samurai. He was. Oh, never mind.
Really great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
The Last Samurai. What were you saying on the news when I was restarting the cameras?
Some guy killed a 13-year-old
Oh,
in
that's
London.
how it got there.
Yeah. Yeah, because he listened to your Deadpool carry
Mm.
advice.
Deadpool permit.
Yeah.
Would be cool. I don't think we even mentioned our rockabilly shirts we're wearing right now.
And we don't need to. I think they speak for
Little,
themselves.
little
think so,
sneak
too.
preview for the people watching.
Yeah.
We're also naked. Just shirts.
Yeah. Bottom down.
Yeah. Just a little something for the viewers.
Just a button up and shoes.
That's it. That is Vegas regalia right there.
Yeah. I'd say so as well. Broden?
Scientists restored brain cells impaired by a rare genetic disorder, a type of drug known as antisense something nucleotide allowed clusters of a human.
Couldn't get the first part, but got nucleotide. There's Broden for you in a nutshell. I don't know that part.
Oligonucleotide. I don't know, man. It went the nucleotide part. I know.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Everyone knows Everyone knows nucleotide.
Yeah, you don't remember that from school?
Yeah.
The oligonucleotide.
Yeah. Oligonucleotide allowed clusters of human neurons to develop normally, even though they carried the mutation responsible for Timothy syndrome.
I think they talked about that on South Park.
Yeah. This approach may help researchers develop treatments for other genetic conditions, including some that cause schizophrenia, epilepsy, ADHD, and autism.
How much money would you have to get paid? I love these questions. How much money would you have to get paid to do a test brain surgery on you? It's like, it's this new thing they're going to try.
3 hots and a cop, man.
Like Neuralink. Like how much
Like
you
a
get
chip
paid
in your
to
head,
do like
yeah.
Neuralink.
You could do. Yeah.
If I said you're patient 0,
If you provide housing,
Can I
food,
be patient like 2084?
yeah, like your movies, gotta be like patient one of the first people. 4.
I'm doomed immediately.
Yeah, give the
first
line
guy
for-
ever. Yeah.
You think so?
Why not, man? I
You
mean,
take the chip out of your head that you already have and then replicate it for other people.
yeah, I'd like to be the guy that survived and ended up being like the first X-Man or something. Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
If you got knives out of your knuckles.
Yeah, something like that.
Or you turn into a wheelchair bound.
Werewolf.
Yeah, I'd just have somebody shoot me then at that point. Like, I'd ask you respectfully, Liam, please put me down like a horse.
I'd have to if that's what you wanted me to do.
Well, now you know that if that ever happens to me,
All right.
find me, shoot me, unless I'm an
Ride me.
X-Man. But yeah,
How are we gonna know? What if it's
say,
10 years down the road and
if
then
you
you
hear
start
me-
moving
Trust
stuff
me,
with your head?
Hey, if
if,
he's
yeah,
got,
if you hear me talking without my mouth moving,
I'll know
you
he's an
know.
X-Man if he's
Yeah.
got crazy fucking knives coming out of his knuckles. It's like, yeah, he is.
Something's different about
And
you.
Liam's like, how do you know? Look at his hands.
dude, he just picked up a car.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He just clawed that guy's
I don't think
face off.
Broden used to be able to do that. Something's different about you.
He
dude.
was always doing that before.
Yeah.
That
I
was
can
his
always
thing.
hear him
That was
with
his
a,
party trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see me pick up this car?
you
We
want me
never
to-
answered the question.
How much would you have to pay me? I already told you. I
Just do it for free.
I do it for housing and
Would you
food.
do it for like compensation? Like if you
If
got
something
if
bad
you got
happened to
seriously
me-
messed up.
They'd have to like pay my parents or whoever.
Just stop
My-
talking about it.
Yeah, they'd have to pay them a lot of money.
I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I
It
could
de-
either.
yeah, I don't know.
Are you guys
it
like
depends on what
afraid
it
of
would be.
dying?
I'd prefer not to.
At this point,
Not
I don't
afraid
want
of
to,
it.
yeah.
I would just prefer not to.
I'm good without it right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but
But if it happens,
if it happens, it happens.
yeah.
Obviously,
it'd be
there's
my
nothing you
time.
could do about it. Even if I signed up for it, nothing I could do about it.
What would be your, like, if you got to pick how you died? It could be anything, you know?
Liam, shoot me in the head.
Yeah.
That's not
I
fun.
wheel
though.
I wheel him out to the
What do you mean? That's not fun.
Like, pick something fun.
That
a fun way to die?
How
Yeah.
much fun
Like
when I
what?
get to the
Too
pearly
big of
gates
a
and
water
St.
balloon.
Peter said, "How'd you get here?" And I go, "My best friend shot me right in my face."
But, like, that's not a good story. So many people die by guns. Imagine you're like, I died because I had way too many zins in my mouth.
that could happen for you.
Yeah, I had 300 and my head blew up. That's fine. You know, way too big of a water balloon. Someone threw it. It literally killed me when it hit me. Or I drowned because there's so much water.
From a water that somebody threw a water
Yeah.
balloon at you? Is this the Incredible Hulk that filled up this water balloon?
It's a mythical podcast. We can make up whatever death scenario we want.
Shohei Ohtani let go of his bat, cracked me straight in the face.
You really want it in the face.
Yeah. There's
Brown's like, my face needs to be involved in my death somehow.
Well, I'm not gonna die from getting accidentally stubbed in the toe or something. I mean, face is vital. Like you need it.
If I
Those are
had to
too
choose,
horny.
now that we brought it up, I think if Samurai broke into my house and gave me a sword and I had to duel him, that's how I'd want to die.
But wouldn't it be
It'd be-
funnier if
it'd be
you
an
dueled
You
him?
want to die with honor.
It'd be an honorary death. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
But
go
the-
out fighting.
But the way you guys fight is with those little swords they put in drinks with olives. That's how you have to do it.
Are they sharp though? Like real short swords, but just miniature.
The sharpest
No,
thing.
they're like the ones in your cup.
Plastic.
And you know they're not going to break, but like they're pokey enough where you'd have to stab them so many times.
Death by a
Thousands.
1,000 cuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. You know?
Yeah, but
It'd be, if
that
you,
would
if
be
you threw me
cool.
one of
I
those,
think you'd
would
get
say,
cut.
Get out of my house.
yeah, I think you'd get cut 50 times and go, "No, I don't want to die like this. Liam, shoot me." I think that's what you
Broden,
do.
help.
That's fair. I'm just thinking what would be fun, you know? Like fighting a samurai, cool. But fighting a samurai
Yeah, doing
with
some
an olive sword in my drink to the death.
13,000 foot
I think,
swanton
I think
bomb.
that'd be
Crazier.
fun until
Maybe
we
it's not
poke you
cool.
70
Maybe
times.
it's not cool. What would be the craziest death or the weirdest death?
I keep thinking of like roller coaster seat flying off.
Final Destination type stuff.
Yeah.
It's just still too
I still like
Crash.
crazy though.
anytime I
Daytona.
drive behind a semi truck that's like carrying something that could fly off, I'm like, it could be it.
But that's like that's regular stuff. You know, what would be crazier if you were like you were behind the semi truck, the driver jumped out of his door and went through your windshield. That's crazier, you know?
That would be crazier.
So give me the craziest one you can think of.
I think I'm out walking around in a field and I accidentally twist my ankle in a gopher hole. And these gophers haven't ate in months and
You start with the ass.
swarm.
It's the meatiest part.
Not on me, on him.
Don't sell yourself
You'd have so
short.
much time to call for help if they start with the ass, or I would.
I could probably absolutely, without a doubt, you send every gopher that you can find within 30 miles of this place, I'm killing them.
But if
But
they're
you got
way
a twisted
hungrier
ankle.
and they're hungry,
Yeah.
And they're
Is
hungry.
all get
These
out.
things are
I'll tell
rabid.
you this. I'm pretty hungry too.
I'm
They
taking
better watch out
Gophers
too.
And I'm going to Raldis Chapman. I'm throwing these things into the stratosphere.
What's
A
your,
couple of them are going to be weapons.
what's your craziest one?
I'm on a plane. Plane lands. Everything's fine. I walk into the airport shooting.
Finally, we made it.
That would be horrible.
Modern Warfare 2, no Russian.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you just walk in.
I
"Oh,
just
dude."
landed.
And you're terrified of flying, so you thought you got past the hard part.
Exactly.
Finally.
Yeah.
We're
Now
in
add
paradise
add a
here.
stipulation to the shooting now.
Rubber bullets.
It's
But so many of them.
Getting it.
Just keep getting hit.
I was gonna say it's the ICP, the Insane Clown Posse, doing the shooting.
Even worse. Yeah.
So it's all these juggalos there.
Those people are different fellas.
They're
That's a
airport
breed.
shooting like cat.
Well, if you listen to that much Corn, you'd probably be the same way.
Yeah. It's
they listen to Insane Clown Posse,
And Corn.
probably. But yeah,
And
I think
Rage Against the Machine.
You catch a few. Rage Against the Machine isn't all bad.
No, but
You catch,
it is
you
in
catch
a
a few
group.
juggalos at the Minot State Fair.
Oh yeah, for
You see
sure.
them walking
And
around. and you go,
gigolos.
Dude,
yeah.
they're like the Mormons. They have like
I don't know if I'm
a sect
familiar with
in
what
every city.
I don't know if I'm familiar with what a juggalo is.
Juggalo, Insane Clown Posse, the band.
Yeah.
The followers.
It's the followers, like the diehard
They
followers.
call them juggalos.
They call themselves juggalos.
It's way too close to a male stripper gigolo.
I think that's why they did it.
Oh.
I don't think that's why they did it.
100% that has to be. You see these guys, you can look at them and go, he's definitely a little stupid.
He strips.
Or
would you be
no,
able to say
like,
that?
it's a play
They
on a
wear
stripper.
leather.
They wear stupid stuff, man.
I don't know if I've ever seen him.
You're not
You
missing
might
anything.
not have, but some of them are
Well, I know
able
I've
to.
definitely not seen
If
him.
there's any
go-
juggalos listening to this, we're sorry.
No, we're not, dude. This is juggalos are in line with
Now we
Mongolians.
just
and
lost our entire juggalo fan base.
Fuck.
we've already lost the Egyptians, the Mongolians, midgets for sure, the Amish.
Yeah.
I think we
We're-
just keep cutting audiences out by singling them out for an
Juggalos are
episode.
gone then. Homeschool people.
They were gone day one.
They were.
Yeah, now look at you.
Yeah. I think that was episode 1. There's a homeschool joke.
Yeah, I probably ripped into them. I've ripped. You've ripped. We've all done it.
Yeah.
We're all guilty.
Guilt
don't
by
mean it.
association.
We don't mean it.
We don't mean anything we say sometimes.
Yeah, lighthearted.
Yeah.
What else in the news today?
This is a good question, though. Craziest death.
Speaking of death, a Canadian family,
Died.
sort of, their dad died and they got the wrong body back after he was on vacation.
How could they tell, I wonder? Different face.
I wonder what gave it away.
Yeah, that'd probably be.
But
The first thing I'd check.
what if it was like, obviously, you've never seen your own dad naked.
Well,
So-
did they send it naked? I don't
Well,
think
it's,
they
no, it's
Why
I'm
are they
saying, like,
looking
if
at
they-
him from the belly button to the thigh down?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that how they're going to identify it? This is your dad's dick?
What if he got? What if he got? That's what I'm saying. What if? What if he got
That's him.
head smushed by truck, and
By truck.
you only have shoulders down. You go, are those my dad's tits? And, like, and they're like, I need somebody to identify
Hey,
the body.
And you can't tell by the tits. So you have to
Could
work
you
your way down.
identify
Yeah.
your dad from the tits down?
Yes,
100%.
I think so.
I don't know if I could.
I could identify
I
your
could.
dad from the tits down.
I don't know how many
If
times
he's
I've
got
seen
no
my
head.
dad shirtless. I don't know how many times I've seen my own dad
You know-
shirtless.
You've never been to the lake with your dad?
Yeah, but he's not a big shirtless guy. He used to be back when he was, not 100. I don't know. I'm just kidding, Dad. You're not.
That's
100.
okay. He'll get there.
I'm gonna let this. My dad looks pretty damn good for being as old as he is, so I'll give him that.
It's the active lifestyle. He gets up every day, he goes out and works with his hands and does stuff.
He did.
Well, I mean, he's got plenty of house projects going
Yeah,
on.
he does a lot of stuff. But yeah, back to it. You 100% could identify your dad tits down.
I'm
I
probably
think
going
so.
like 90%.
Can we make this into a bracket or a poll of some sort? How many of you?
The could you bracket?
Yeah,
Well, it'll just be an A and B. Yes or no. Could you identify your dad?
I think I want to say
Because
yes,
you
but
definitely
guys-
couldn't do your mom. You didn't.
Probably not. No.
Why'd you look at me?
Okay, this is. I could hear that. And you could probably hear it on the show too.
Hear what? Bleep that out.
I can't. I got no producer to tell me the timestamp.
Your host.
8:22.
8:22 p.m. That has nothing to do with the timestamp.
Time of death.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could, but I don't know. Have to try it. When he gets
You've seen your
smushed
dad
by a
shirtless
truck.
plenty of times.
Yeah.
You
It's different.
That's one of the things. Like
What's
for me,
different?
it's burned into
For
my
you,
memory.
it's different. Like
Because I've seen him shirtless.
a lot. I feel like.
More than
you
I've-
and your dad
lot.
hang out
Sure, in
like
the
sauna
you are
every
friends,
weekend.
Shirtless.
not father son. But like you
Coming
do-
over to watch
you
the big game? Better believe it. No shirt.
Don't bring that shirt.
You know how we do it.
get that shit off.
You know how we do it. Leave that shit at home.
Come on, Dad.
Yeah, he's driving over. No shirt on.
Gets pulled over.
Where are you going? My son's house. Why?
It's a big game.
The Vikings play at 3.
And he looks at the cop and goes, "You know how we do it."
Cop takes his shirt off.
He goes, "Shit."
Sorry to waste your time.
I had no idea.
Started wasting time.
Oh, man.
I think this is the first time he's ever laughed like that on the podcast.
Oh, man.
How's it going?
Totally
Where are you
normal.
going?
Monday Night
Escorts him.
Football.
The cop escorts him, and the cop shirtless in his squad car.
Oh,
Imagine it. Imagine he pulls up at my house, gets out of the back of a squad car with no shirt on.
oh, man. Cop with no shirt on.
So many questions.
And the craziest part is he lives right there. So he got pulled over 6 houses away from his house and got an escort another 6 houses.
Pulls out of his driveway, gets pulled over, leaves his car in his own driveway. Cop then brings him over here. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We wear our shirts during sports.
Thank you. Good save. We were starting to believe you for a second.
Yeah. Starting to feel a little too real.
Oh, man.
I think that's got to be a thing now. I mean, we all don't have
You know
kids
how
yet.
we do it.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Did we just, the 3 of us, start a tradition with our own sons?
Yeah.
Next time you have, we
A
all
kid.
watch a game over
Next
here.
time you have a kid.
Yeah. People invite everybody over. Have us here first with our shirts
No
off.
shirts.
Yeah.
That would actually
What
be
are you
awesome.
guys doing? What do you
You know
mean?
how we do it.
Yeah.
To pretend like we don't know what they're talking about.
It's always been like this.
Yeah, it's like I've never wore a shirt during a sports game.
Why is your shirt on?
Yeah. Do you think one person would come in and just like assume the role and just be like, okay,
They'd peek
just
around the
start
corner and
taking
say,
their
"Oh,
shirt off?
Shit, I forgot.
Who would, out of our friends, who would be most
Hayden.
likely? Yeah, that's
I was gonna
exactly
say
what I
that
was
too.
going to say. That's the vibe.
And be like, yeah, I would take my shirt off.
Hayden or Wyatt for sure.
Yeah. Why might show up with the shirt already off? Not knowing that we don't have ours
Yeah.
on. Yeah. What a time.
I got some would you rathers on here if you guys,
How do we go from news to good? Would you rather's?
because I have other news on here, but
2 bullet points of people dying, and now would you rather?
here we go. You want more news? Chicago's rat hole removed after city determined sidewalk with animal impression was damaged. The rat hole is a Chicago sidewalk landmark, some affectionately called
The
rat hole, has been removed after city officials determined the section bearing the imprint of an animal was damaged. So basically, they had this rat that died while they were making a sidewalk, and the imprint of it was left. And
Really?
it took them a long time for them to determine, we don't want that shit.
I think I kind of like that staying there.
It should have. It's Chicago. There's got to be a lot of rats.
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot worse shit going on
Which
than
is-
a rat in the
yeah.
sidewalk.
Which is crazy that I went to New York 2 times and didn't see one rat.
Oh,
So far.
sorry to sidetrack, but
That is this show.
You never talked about how when you were in New York, that whole dudes randomly punching chicks in the face was going on.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Elaborate.
I just saw videos that a bunch of girls were filming themselves like crying. And they're like, some guy just ran up to me and punched me in the face.
Was Shayna with you?
No.
So she was safe until you got home.
I don't think I was there when it was happening. It was...
I caught that. Did you catch it?
I don't think it was there. It was happening while I was there. It was around either a week before or a week after. But everyone was just getting punched in the face.
In New York when you said you sent a link to one of the videos.
Actually, I bet I was, yeah.
And then, because I remember I asked. I
kept scrolling. It was like literally like 8 people.
I was like,
a video of just different chicks getting punched in the face. I'm like, is it the same guy?
I should ask for a picture of your knuckles. Easton, what are you doing in New York?
Flies across country.
My hand hurts today. But man, there's been this crazy guy just sucker bombing people in the face.
Oh man, could you imagine being out with your better half and she just gets punched by a random dude?
Well, it was all girls walking alone on their phone.
Oh.
So they're texting
every single one?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't there like over 10 of them? Like quite a few?
I thought I saw like 7 or 8 of them.
And let me just be clear. One is too many. But wasn't there over 10 of them?
As he winks into the camera. No, I thought it was like 7 or 8. But I mean, whatever. We could say 10.
Still.
Our show.
Say whatever we want 15. Up here.
Yeah.
Back to the rat hole, though.
The bare knuckle bandit.
Yeah. New York's crazy, man.
Isn't that kind of what defines Chicago? Is stupid shit like that?
Yes. I thought you were going to go a different route, but yeah.
Could have. I'd go 100 different ways like the Boy Scouts.
I've been to Chicago. They got that big bean.
Never been. One. Don't think I'll ever go.
Yeah. Unless you're a Bears fan, White Sox fan.
Gross.
Cubs fan.
I could live with Cubs fan. Cubs people are cool. Not just because you, but I think Cubs are.
I could name maybe one player.
And?
It's going to be Chris Bryant.
No, he doesn't.
Not anymore.
Name him.
Damn.
You can't even name one?
Could not name him.
Yeah, I can.
What about the Japanese guy?
He doesn't know him. He just started this year.
Don't know him.
Seiya Suzuki?
Shota Imanaga.
Oh, yeah. I don't
the pitcher that's maybe
Seiya
the best
Suzuki.
pitcher in the league. He was there last year. Was his first year.
Oh, okay. But he does play for the Cubs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo.
Not anymore.
Who does he play for?
Who do you work for?
Another big city.
Yeah.
So you have 2 choices here.
Big cities everywhere.
4. There's 2 cities that you could choose from.
Give me a hint.
It's the biggest city in the world.
Los Angeles.
The other biggest city in the world.
The second biggest city, Houston.
Milwaukee.
For the New York Yankees. We got to move on to the next.
All right, Yankees it is.
We're not playing baseball guessing games with Liam. That'd be the worst podcast
I've been shelled for that too many times.
Okay.
I want to hear some of these would you rathers.
Okay. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every song you hear?
Sing along. I'm a horrible dancer. I have a would you rather story actually that I'd like to tell. I'm sitting around the fire. And
I don't want to hear it. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sitting around the fire, and I won't say where or with who because then don't want to throw anyone under the bus. And okay, I was around
Patreon.
No, I'll just say it. I won't say who it was, but I was around the fire at the lake with my family, and we were playing Would You Rather's, going around in the circle, and someone said, "Would you rather put your face in a box of 1,000 man's assholes?" And then everyone bust out laughing, and they're like, "The other one, whatever the other one is, I'm gonna do that." But how do you come up with that Would You Rather question? I don't even know what the second one was. Stick your face in a box of 1,000 man's assholes.
Well, yeah. What even compares to that?
Nothing. I think that's where I'll whatever the other one is, I'll do that.
1,000 dog shits? Like,
I'd probably rather do that.
Yeah.
You could wash the dog shit off, but you're looking into a box of 1,000 man's
It's
assholes.
just assholes of man's. Just buttholes.
And
then you have to put. But then what we got to talking about is after 5 or 6, it's all the same, right?
Dude,
no?
Depends
9,994 to go.
Because there's some guy.
But I don't think it's one at a time.
One guy.
No, it's not. But
I think it's like You know how a honeycomb has like all the circles on it, right? Or like I don't know how to compare this. Something with like a lot of little dots.
A kaleidoscope.
Yeah. That's all assholes. And then you just put your face on that.
Yeah, I don't.
There's
I
one
don't
guy's
know.
asshole.
I would probably if the second option was so bad, I picked the first one. I would have to just find the cleanest asshole in there and say that's the one I'm going for. And close my eyes and say, yeah, I'm gonna.
But you're getting hit with the surrounding assholes.
All right, I got one that'll make you guys pick the other box. It's got your mom's asshole in it.
Other box. Other box.
Yeah, you go 1,000 mans over one woman
Yes.
that happens to be your mom.
100%.
Yeah,
So easy.
100%.
Make you guys do whatever I want.
You got me.
darn it. Yeah, that's all right. Sorry I cut you off. What was
No.
the first one? That was a stupid one.
You know, it was either sing along or dance to every song.
Do you have good
Oh,
ones? On
sing
there?
along. What
Dude.
if I can't listen to the radio then when I'm driving?
Would you rather be yourself today or royalty 1,000 years ago?
A one up you. Would you rather be you today or Magic Johnson with AIDS?
Me?
Well, I might as
What?
well be Magic Johnson with AIDS because now I'm me.
You're like, okay, so me with AIDS or Magic Johnson with AIDS? I'm going Magic.
Yeah, why not Magic
Yeah.
Johnson? I mean,
Royalty,
He was black, dude. How cool would that be to be black?
Good at basketball.
Dude, not even that.
You just want
Black
to be
people
a
are
black guy?
so cool. Black people are awesome. What? Can I
Why
not
are you
say
looking?
that?
You can, but why are you looking at me like you don't mean it?
Yeah, Easton. Aren't they the coolest?
Yeah, like, don't say it like that. Don't put that tone on it. Like you're
guy.
forcing me to agree with
Why
you.
would you want to be a black guy? You get one extra word in your vocabulary.
Well, I'm allowed to say it then. Just kidding. I don't say it.
Come on. Come on.
I mean,
Royalty.
Magic Johnson's
You
still
think-
alive.
You think?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
AIDS is under control
That's what I'm saying. You tell me
for now. Till I get hold of him.
he's 70. You think 70 is long?
Magic Johnson, you're not safe.
Not here.
You thought you beat it. That plane
I
landed.
will find you.
You're walking into an
I
airport.
will
Easton.
kill you.
What were you going to say, Liam?
You said royalty 1,000 years ago. Is that what you said?
You today, so an average person today, or royalty 1,000 years ago.
How long ago was 1,000 years?
The year 10,000.
10,000 BC? They were like woolly mammoths.
Or
I don't think there was
1000. Sorry. 1000. I don't know what was going
10,000
on.
BC before Christ.
It's like,
That was a movie,
10,000.
It
wasn't
was. Great movie. I thought it was the best movie I've ever seen.
it? What?
I told my dad that.
I remember this
I told my
story.
dad that leaving the theater. He said, no.
Oh, yeah.
He said, no, it's not. And I said, yeah, it is. He's like, no. I said, that's the best movie ever
At
made.
what point leaving that theater did you put your shirts back on?
Didn't bring them
What shirts?
when we got back home. Yeah.
Yeah.
10,000 years ago? Or 1,000 years?
1,000.
So that's,
The year 1000. So there was
what's 1,000?
I'm not. Can you? I need something.
The year 1,000.
Who was
there was
there?
there was nobody except for Native Americans in the United States.
Back then.
Royalty.
Royalty. That's what. So royalty back then would have been like serfs, man. You'd have been ruling over serfs and peasants.
What are serfs?
Oh, so they're not even like cool.
Serfs are peasants. They're just in Russia.
Oh. So were there kings?
Yeah, they were kings.
Kings of
So
Russia.
I could be one of them. Kings are not all Russian.
No,
The czars.
The Russians are.
that's
Okay.
a good one. I don't know because right now I'm in these times.
Right now.
I
I
have a
choose
per-
right now.
I have a pretty good life. Things are fun.
I've already
Like,
done right
back
now.
then. What am I gonna do?
You get a jester. That's all.
And I can make him do whatever I want.
Yeah, and
You know what? Yeah, I
is
would do
m-
that.
you have is you could
Just
do
for the-
whatever you
just for the
want. Royalty
experience.
back then, you could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have what's called the Habsburg jaw.
Whoa! That's what you want?
That's what they were doing.
Yeah, because they were inbreeding. That's what you want?
That's not what I want.
Well, that's what you
they
said.
wanted.
Well, I said you could do whatever you want. You're talking about that for a
No,
job.
do not put words in my mouth, bro.
That's what you said.
No, dude, I'm connecting dot to dot here. We got.
No, but they were doing.
So what? You like your
Whatever.
cousin a little bit, man. Everybody likes their cousin a little bit.
Don't do that. We're not going down that road.
Do they?
Okay. Podcast. We got to talk.
All right.
We can't just
Anyway.
look at each other, make faces. Just keep you guys accountable. It's fine.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
Jail. Do I get from
You're
behind?
yeah, you got to be on a list. That's
is
what the jail is. That's what the crime is.
So room to myself?
No, you're on a list.
No, you
What
are a
is that?
sexual predator.
Oh, so when I get out, I'm
You're on a list.
coma.
Coma
just
for
just
10.
to avoid anytime I move somewhere,
Talking to your
I gotta
neighbors?
go. Yeah, I gotta go door to door and say, hey,
But imagine
I
the
did
community
this.
you'd get to hang out in.
not a cool community to hang out in. These are not the Amish. We don't get to make our own wheat and flour.
I'd probably go coma because it wouldn't. Jail, you'd feel it for 5 years. Yeah, you lose an extra
Feel
5
what?
years. You lose an extra 5 years, but you don't know that because like 10 years, that's what it feels like to you.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
fair.
going to sleep.
Unless, what if it's one of those? Did you ever hear the story about that guy that was in the coma and he heard every word for like 2 years? The
Oh,
entire time he was in the coma.
that would be.
He heard, yeah,
You heard somebody say like, "Will you please just die already?"
yeah. I'm pretty sure it was like his mom or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Oh,
something
I thought you were going to
terrible.
talk about the dude who had like a dream the entire
That
time
too.
he was in a coma and had like a whole new life with a family,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like it felt like a year, like a
Did
lifetime
you hear
to
about
him.
that?
I think we talked about it on the show.
I'm pretty
before.
sure we did. Yeah.
The dreams episode, maybe.
Yeah,
It was
probably.
Coma episode.
Yeah. The coma, specific, oddly specific coma episode.
Yeah. Remember when we did that show on comas?
But then he woke up and he was depressed for years.
Yeah, because his life probably sucked. He was probably
His
royalty
life-
1,000 years ago.
His life, no, his life ended. It was exactly as he was, and he fell in love with a woman, started a family. They lived in this nice home, and then he was sitting on the couch one day, and the lamp was upside down. He's like, "Why the fuck's the lamp's upside down? What's going on?" And then he started like realizing like things aren't how they should be right now, and then he snapped out of the coma, and he lost everything. He lost like 30, 40 years that he lived in his coma with this family that didn't even
Grandkids,
exist.
kids.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Human mind is crazy, man. Maybe he was on more drugs than we could get our hands on.
How do you get your hands on more drugs than you can get your hands on?
What do you know that we don't?
There's some.
You are
what do
wearing
you
the
call-
hat
what do you call
of a
that?
guy that would tell me
Yeah.
how I can get more drugs than I can get my hands on.
If I had a jacket, I could pull it open and just show you the inner workings. You
I
know how-
like that. What do you need? We got.
What is it called when something contradicts itself?
Double negative.
No, it's like a theory or some
It's a
sort
paradox.
of paradox. Thank you. Pavlov's dog. That's not a paradox, but
That's not.
it reminds me of
What?
paradoxical things.
They both start with P. Let's just give them it.
Yeah,
all right.
penis,
Every dog
also in
needs
that
a bone.
group.
Yeah, we'll lump it in.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about, Pavlov? Every time you hear the word,
Talking about, I don't know.
every time you hear the word Pavlov's dog, you just
No,
get.
every time I hear paradox, I think Pavlov's dog.
They're both science. I mean,
They're both kind of in the same realm, you know?
yeah.
I think you'd talk about them in the same kind of conversation. If you were talking to someone about paradoxes, it could easily shift to Pavlov and his dog. I think the bridge getting there.
100%. No, 100%.
I think the bridge getting there is so fine.
There's at least science involved. There is one correlation.
there's like some like
I-
crazy
But it's like
neuroscience involved.
It's
though.
theories. It's like you're talking about theories.
It's a deep conversation that you have normally, and being Pavlov.
Well, yeah, but Pavlov was it was that one specific experiment. Unless you're trying to open up the door to other
But
people
it's
getting
a pretty-
Pavloved in waves.
It's a pretty broad experiment. Like every time you hear, I don't know, something, and you'd get horny. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure, got a couple of those. Got any more? Would you rather?
Yeah.
Let's.
Last one. We'll do a last one. This will be it. Would you rather have a pause or rewind button on your life?
Ooh.
So you rewind and you can redo it.
Okay, I'm gonna say we'll go rewind 1 day.
Max.
Yep, that's you anywhere from 1 second to 1 day. That's your rewind.
Fuck, I'd never get to the next day.
That's really good. Wow.
Or pause?
Because, like pause.
Yeah.
How long could you pause for?
Do you pause? Are you
At
also
most
pause?
until the next day?
Pause, man. Time stops. You pause whatever you want to pause.
Are you paused too?
No.
No,
can't be.
it's
What would be
it's
the
like
point of
click.
that?
You
Think.
Just not move. To be trapped in your
for everyone
conscious?
else, it's like a coma. They don't know what's
Hey,
going on.
Someone asks you a question, you just pause. You're like, "All right, let me think about it
Yeah.
and play. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with the rewind though. If that's what you're going to use your advantage, then you can rewind a minute and know that they're going to ask that, and you'd already have your preloaded answer.
So the answer has to be rewind. There's no advantage to pause.
How sick would it be?
There is. I feel like there's advantages to both though. Like the pause would be cool.
The pause is infinite. You know what I mean? Like you press pause and you could go on living another 2 years, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years. You go back to.
And everyone's stuck.
But if you're able to do that, how come you can't age?
It's time, man. Time stops, but you don't. Age is time. So how insane?
Let me eat this answer. I'm about to give you.
How insane would it be if you go, we're sitting right here, and all of a sudden you just go, you want to see a watermelon appear out of nowhere, and then for us, it's just a watermelon in your hand. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
It could be anything.
So I could go and get it. Yeah.
Yeah, you pause it. You go rob Marketplace
They'll never
at
know 'cause they're paused.
gunpoint. Yeah, and they'll never. That's
Why do I need to bring a gun?
effect.
Brian's just standing there like, yeah.
And then you could punch him right in his balls if you want while he's paused.
See, that's what I'm wondering too, and like because
How many people you could pee-pee whack?
that's kind of where it's like the rewind. Like if I could starch somebody right in the nose, and then just rewind it like 2 minutes ago, and then
do
so
it
I could-
150 more times.
Yeah, just so I could do it and then just carry on with the conversation.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't you want to see them feel it?
I
Isn't
would.
that why
And
you're
I would.
starching them?
I would watch them.
If you pause, you do it as many as you want, and then unpause, and they're like, I just got a bloody nose. My nose is broken.
So they don't know what happens?
No, they're paused.
Have you never seen the movie Click?
I have long ago, bro. Don't look at me. You always do that look when you're.
You
thinking
just
about
gave
something.
me a look, you
I know.
sea sucker.
Sea sucker. But I think the rewind just has way more. Pause is great, whatever. But if Liam wanted to punch somebody in the face, you sucker punch him in the cheek, let them react however they want. If they start getting combative and try to fight, you'd be like, rewind like 30 minutes. Boom. No conflict, you know?
That's kind of.
And then if you're like, okay, I want to do it again. That was awesome. You do it again.
yeah,
Rewind, do it again. So I think you'd have to put a stipulation, maybe like 1 rewind a day or something.
No, that's not fun.
that's not.
Then I pick rewind. Liam?
You sold me
I'm
on
s-
rewind.
I'm still on the coin flip, dude. That's a
Why?
big question.
What would you do paused?
I could go rob Marketplace.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. The moment I've been waiting for all my life
Free groceries?
to rob the local grocer in our hometown.
Finally. I spent money on groceries. Okay, fine.
Local grocery.
Rob a bank. Okay, we'll up the ante a little bit. All right.
Doesn't go like, hey, I'm gonna go to Gate City and take all their funds. you know?
Finally, bread. And I
I'm
don't
gonna
have to pay
fucking-
for it.
I'm gonna take those goddamn high school cashiers all their money, and you know what? Give them a pee-pee whack on the way out.
Really show them that's what you get for working a Marketplace today.
You know what? I'd pants them all. So when they're unpaused,
Okay, you know what? Pause,
they go,
yeah.
"What
I
the
would go
hell?"
pause. I would go
I'd
pause.
pause too.
Yeah.
I just convinced myself. Pause
Yeah.
would be way better.
All right, pause.
You know how much funny shit you can do?
Yeah. All right, pause it is, yeah.
Uh,
Because rewind, then you just have to, like, at least if something bad happened, you would see it coming. You could rewind, stuff like that.
it'd be good for bad things. Pausing would be good for creating whatever you want.
Just hilarious
Right.
scenarios, yeah.
And
So
if
that's-
something bad is happening, you could pause and think about, well, like, what is the best way to do this? And you have eternity to think about that.
Yeah.
And you don't age during the pause.
Or
Yeah,
even the
pause.
pause, if something bad's happening, you pause, created crazy distraction. So when you unpause,
Yeah.
how did that piano just fall through the roof? It's like, well, actually, for the last like 2 days, I've been getting a piano, getting it here, dropping it through.
I
And I unpaused
actually
you.
took apart the wall of this building and turned it into a piano.
And then it's like, okay, now whatever was the problem before is just glossed over.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Pause.
it.
I'm
That
on
was-
the pause team.
That was maybe one of my favorite moments of the whole entire podcast was you could do whatever you want. Liam says he's going to rob.
Probably Rob,
I've
probably
had-
Rob Marketplace.
I'd
Been
had
thinking
my-
about that for a while.
Rob
Well-
a small town grocer for some eggs and bread.
Yeah, for eggs, bread, and like $700.
Wouldn't have to pay for them. No, they got a safe over on the corner.
700.
They got a safe in the corner.
Yeah, but you have to crack it.
How about? How about? All right, never mind.
How about you take all their U.S. mail right there?
Well, what about peel the stamps off? Finally, I never have to buy stamps again.
Keep them for yourself. I didn't even think about fucking with other people.
Yeah.
You just want the stamps. Don't go in the back in the drawer with the new stamp booklets.
Take
Go
other
peel them
people's
off of other
stamps
people's envelopes.
They're never getting that.
Just unwinding every little gas stamps thing.
Yeah, the gas stamps.
That's what I'm robbing.
Yeah.
The
I'm going to have free
Gate
gas
City?
for life.
Mm-mm.
Not me.
Gas stamps.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm on pause, man. Pause is. I thought it was 100% a rewind, and now I'm pausing.
Me too. You almost sold me on it.
I
But
think the only benefit to rewind would be like winning lotto numbers and stuff. You see the winning
Yeah.
lotto number hits, you go back a day, you buy that one.
Yeah. Well,
You do that 10 times
you
in a row,
want
and
to know
then people
why?
can be like,
I'd say that doesn't matter. I'm going to go rob the person that won the lottery.
yeah,
Because
but,
It's
there's
going to
a
pause.
yeah, but okay, well, if you pause and then planes don't work and the guy that won it is across the country,
But planes, you got to walk.
you'd have to walk across the country. Is it worth it? $14 billion? I don't know. I'd rather just have like,
Anything I wonder if anything you do, like if I drive a car, my car still works.
no,
It's not paused.
everything but you is stopped in time. So that's the other downfall.
wrench. That's a wrench in the thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'd pick pause though, I think. I'm going to go pause.
I'd go pause.
Final
Too.
answer.
Still,
I'm still pausing.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm
all right.
beezing.
Let's end on that. Broden,
All
get
right.
us out of here.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening to this crazy episode. I hope you laughed as much as we did.
Tell us what you think of the new format.
Yep. And don't forget to vote on the next round of
Pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
Are there still rounds going on by the time this drops?
Yeah.
Yep.
The second round. There's 3, 4.
Are we doing it weekly?
3 or 4.
Yeah, it's a week.
Sure.
It's a week long thing.
Yeah, we can do that.
So yeah, thanks everybody. Remember to vote, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.